Welcome back, everybody. I'm Big Mac Davis here, and this is Half-Life 2, Chapter 9, Nova Prospekt. We have finally entered into the Eastern European prison. And we're entering into A3 of Nova Prospekt. So let's see what the Combine have done to this prison. Are there any inmates inside the cells? Well, no, apparently. But we'll grab this toilet because we're going to need it at the bottom of the stairs down here. I know, that's a funny thing to say. But if we look in these jail cells, or rather prison cells, because it is a prison, we see that there are no inmates. Now, what does this suggest to you? Well, it suggests to me one thing, that the Combine are not using this wing of the prison anymore for use to inmate prisoners. Now, there is an achievement for killing an enemy with a toilet, and there's a head crab inside there. So we're going to use the toilet to do so. And that achievement is called Flushed, and we have just unlocked it. Well, it looks like something big has killed these Combine soldiers. But what is that something? Well, we shall find out very soon. Okay, there we go. So our goal is to enter into A5 of the prison, but we can't yet, so we must continue out the exit area. And look, we see some more evidence that this section of Nova Prospekt is just collapsing. I mean, the Combine have not been maintaining this at all. They've abandoned this section. So yeah, once again, our goal is to get inside of A5 of the prison, but right now we are inside of A3 right now, so we must move on. And we see more evidence that the Combine have been attacked by something massive. And here we see the G-Man, our employer, the one who has put us on this mission. And he's showing us a Lambda location with some supplies, so let's remember that. Well now, there appears to be an Antlion guard in the shower area, so we must remember that as well. So let's continue on. Now, there are two offices right here, inside the right one. Make sure to find the supply crate, and grab the supplies from there if you need them. Now, inside the left office area, there appears to be a makeshift dentist chair right here. Well, this is probably not a dentist area I'd like to be in inside this prison. Aw, how cute. They turned off on top of each other. Danger, confined space, hazardous atmosphere, air-supplied respirator required for entry. Well, we're Gordon Freeman, so let's enter inside anyway, without the respirator. Oh my gosh, look at this place. It looks like the Combine have not been maintaining this area as well if they're allowing barnacles to fester in this area. So yeah, where you see barnacles, that means there's not been humans nearby for a very long time. Now there are no items inside the water, so we will just continue on. And we will get out of this very disgusting and very weird place. So let's just go. And look, we've made it to A5 of the prison. However, this area can be very dangerous. So what I do is I run for the door with the shotgun equipped, and then run back inside the hole quickly. Because there are four, count them, 4 fast head crabs that will fall from the ceiling, and they will attack you. So this is the safest way I know of. Okay, so let's go inside A5 and see if the Combine are using this section of Nova Prospekt or not.
Incursion warning. Airwatch reports probable anti-citizen Freeman reacquired zone Nova Prospekt. Ground units deprioritize exigent containment. Hold for override codes.
So, the Overwatch is saying that the Airwatch have reported that Gordon Freeman has entered Nova Prospekt. And that's true, we're inside. So, we're on the 3rd story right here. What we want to do is fall down to the 2nd floor, and then head down to the 1st floor down here. And once again, we see the same story. Empty cells with no inmates inside of them, so the Combine are not using it. Let's head back to the 2nd story and continue on. Now, they give us a pulse rifle right here, and they also give us 2 grenades for a reason. Let's use them for the turret on the right. Well, that was kind of tricky there. And the turret on the left as well. So thank you, Combine Soldier. He gave us 2 grenades to allow us to destroy the turrets. Now, inside this control room right here, there's nothing inside of it, so don't bother searching for items. So let's go up the stairs here. And we see that Lambda location where the G-Man was looking through this window. So let's get inside. And we can grab some supplies. So just fill up on whatever you need and we will get out. So yeah, thank you, G-Man, for pointing us in the direction of the Lambda location. Let's head up these stairs where the 2 turrets were that we destroyed with the grenades, and we will continue on to the next section. Now be mindful that there is a head crab inside here, so make sure that he dies. And then also be mindful of this SMG grenade. It is very nice to have. And we have entered inside the shower area of Nova Prospekt, which means there's an Antlion guard roaming around. Now, there are 4 explosive barrels to be mindful of, so use those on the Antlion guard. Okay, there's 2 more explosive barrels that we can use. Okay, once that's done, I use one SMG grenade. And then I just use my weapons, whatever I want, on the Antlion guard. Oh, he's gonna come around this way. He's trying to outsmart me here.
Attention Nova Prospekt internal containment team. Deservice all political conscripts in Block A7. Prohibit external contact.
She says to disable all political conscripts in Area A7 of the prison. Well, what thing are they trying to hide from us? Well, we shall find out, I guess. Now, there are 4 supply crates inside of this shower area that we must find, so I'm going to do some supply crate hunting. Okay, there's 3 of them. There's going to be 1 more. Now, sometimes the supply crate can burst because of an explosion or because of the Antlion guard ramming the supply crate, but usually the contents will be visible to you, but apparently not for me this time around, so it doesn't matter that much if I can't find anything, because I have nearly full ammo anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter in the end, really, if I can't find the supply crate right away and the contents. So, yeah, we'll just move on. Now here is where the Combine soldiers will make their presence known to us. Now there will also be 2 manhacks. There will be 2 manhacks that will show up as well. I'll try to help out there. Now on the left side of A7, the gate will also open up when all the Combine soldiers are dead. Well done, Antlions. Oh, that turret's already down. Well, that's interesting. Now, I like to use the RPG on that turret over there, but it's already down. And then I use a grenade for the turret behind the wall over on this side. Right there. That's always fun to see sometimes. Yes, sweetness. Very well done. Okay, so our goal for this area is to eventually open up this locked gate near this ladder over here, so keep that in mind. We will be back later on when the gate is unlocked. We will go through the open gate of A7. Now this is the gate that we were not supposed to go through by the Combine. Okay, so inside A7 we see a second locked gate, and we also see another locked door to the control room, which is right here. Oh my gosh! No, this is not good. So now we see what they were trying to hide in A7 of Nova Prospekt. A torture chamber. Or an interrogation chamber. Yes, my sweetnesses, isn't it a sad day today? That's not good. And it seems in the control room that the Combine soldiers were searing their consciences with booze and alcohol. So let's just open up the second gate. And let's go through the now opened gate. Okay, so this control room is now in our possession, but first we see a Lambda location way over there, so let's go investigate. And we see a crossbow. Now, to get the jail cell to open up, you have to fire at it with the gravity gun. And we can grab some supplies. So yeah, just grab whatever you need, and then we'll just go back out. And we will investigate the control room now. Now these Combine soldiers who are planting the turrets, they are running towards the Combine wall over there, but you can also see them beyond the gate with the ladder. See, they're waiting to come through the gate when we open it up later on. And he's running away. He's kind of smart. Well done, Antlion Guard. So it seems that we have a mutual enemy. The Combine soldiers. Okay, there's nothing else to see here, so we'll find one supply crate. and then we will press the controls to open up the gate. And here come the Combine soldiers, so let's be ready for them. And again, well done, Antlions. I don't know how I would do this work without you guys. But the gate next to the ladder is now open, so we will toss a grenade to blow up the turret. Now, there are also 2 turrets on the left side. I like to use the RPG on them, because it can be rather hard to place grenades just right to blow up the turrets. Okay, very rarely does that ever happen where the Combine soldiers actually come to you beyond the Combine wall right here. So as we see, the Combine wall we can't get through right now, so we'll have to go through the vent opening. Just like traditional Half-Life 1. Ah, the good old days. Now, this fan can only be stopped by this shovel. Oh, Gordon Freeman, you are a man of many talents, that's all I gotta say. Okay, now for this part. This is very important to understand. I blow up the debris right here, and then what I do, the Combine soldiers won't be alerted until the Overwatch voice starts talking.
Contact lost in block B2.
I toss a grenade to blow up the plug, which will open up the Combine wall, allowing your Antlions to come and feast on the Combine soldiers. However, I did kill 2 of them, and then the grenade killed the 3rd one. So yeah, my Antlions did not have to do any of the work. I did all the work this time. That's right, you stupid Combine. There's no hiding from the Antlions. So yeah, our goal is to get into B2 of Nova Prospekt, but we have to go to the next section to do that. Okay guys, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off the subtitles just for the beginning part of this section, because Dr. Breen is going to be talking and his subtitles can be rather distracting, is what I'm trying to say. So we will just continue on and take care of more Combine soldiers. I mean, yeah, what else is there to say? I mean, yeah, this chapter is all about taking care of the Combine soldiers with the Antlions.
This might cause other resistance members to think twice before harboring Dr. Freeman. It might cause them to...
Okay, well done, Antlions. Blow up that laser tripwire. There you go. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, so be mindful. When you approach that sentry gun up there, a Combine soldier will try to man it, so have the Antlions take care of him. And we have entered inside B4 of the prison, so Let's gather up the supplies that we need, which is not much, but from what you do need, go ahead and grab. Now, I blow up that barrel, and then I send my Antlions down the hallway. Ha! Well done, Antlion. He came from behind, which is always good. Okay, so I don't believe there's anything of value here inside this hallway, so we will continue on. Now, there will be 2 man-hacks at the base of these stairs, so watch out for them that they don't saw you. Oh my gosh! You Antlions are so vicious. That's awesome.
Transhuman forces are to prove themselves an indispensable augmentation to the Combine Overwatch. They will have to earn the privilege.
Now notice what just happened there. You notice that the Combine soldier, when you toss bug bait on him, he gets blinded and he can't see anything, so he does this wild, flailing dance. So be mindful of that.
To convince our benefactors that you are the finest the species has to offer.
Okay, so we will carefully make our way across this bridge area to the turret, where there are more Combine soldiers up above. Yep, there. Always back up away from battles because of the grenades. You never know when one will land right on top of you, or behind you even. Now see? The Combine soldiers, they're completely defenseless when they're covered in bug bait, so they become blinded by the bug bait. Now here, over here, this is bay number 3, but we can't get through there at all, so there's no point in trying. So we will continue on.
Attention Bravo. Mission failure will result in permanent off-world assignment. Code reminder. Sacrifice. Coagulate. Lambda.
Now this has to be the biggest piece of information the Overwatch has ever said. Mission failure will result in permanent off-world relocation. So it seems the Overwatch is rather desperate to get Gordon Freeman out of Nova Prospekt. That is for certain. So which way to go? To the right side or to the left side? Well, the right side has a supply crate. But it also has a locked gate on the right side, which is our eventual goal, by the way, and a locked gate on the left side. So we have to go and take the left path. And then, once again, as is per usual in Nova Prospekt, send your Antlions forward. Okay, yeah, sometimes the Combine soldiers will get trapped in the rooms, so be mindful of that. Now, I'm not sure why this is B7, and then this over here is B4. I'm not sure what the difference is, actually.
Gordon Freeman is a theoretical physicist who had hardly earned his PhD after the Mesa incident. I have good reason to believe that in the early years, he was in a state that precluded further development of coding skills. The man you have consistently failed to slow capture is by all standards simply that an ordinary...
So on the right side, we are on the other side of the locked gate that we saw on the left side.
Well, I believe the
There's a turret inside there.
Now is the moment to redeem yourself. The transhuman forces are to prove themselves an indispensable addition to the Combine Overwatch. They will have to earn...
Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is just wait until Dr. Breen finishes his diatribe, because his speech will repeat over and over and over again. So basically what Dr. Breen is doing here is he's kind of criticizing the Overwatch for not being able to capture Gordon Freeman at all. He's getting frustrated because his higher-ups are getting frustrated, and so Gordon Freeman is creating some kind of a stir right here, and he's even getting the higher-ups of the Combine noticing Gordon Freeman, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Okay, so his speech has ended, so I'll turn back on the subtitles. And I'm going to lock myself here inside this room. And then we'll just listen.
I have been asked to say a few words to the transhuman arm of Sector 17 Overwatch concerning recent successes in containing members of the Resistance science team. Let me say up front that I regret having to temper my heartfelt congratulations with a strong measure of disappointment. But I wouldn't be doing my duty as your administrator if I didn't pass along the message I have received from our benefactors. The capture of Alyx Vance is an event of major significance, make no mistake. And while it's true that conceivably we could have taken him at almost any time in the last several years, the manner of his capture may prove to have unexpected benefits. It cannot have gone unnoticed by all Resistance members that Dr. Vance's capture coincided with the act of giving shelter to Gordon Freeman. This might cause other Resistance members to think twice before harboring Dr. Freeman. It might cause them to question his allegiance, even prompt some to turn him out or turn him over to our cause. However, we cannot count on such developments. Dr. Freeman's reputation is such that other desperate renegades are likely to grant him a great deal of license in the spirit of spreading general chaos and terror. This brings me to the one note of disappointment I must echo from our benefactors. Obviously, I am not on the ground to closely command or second-guess the dedicated forces of the Overwatch. But this does not mean I can shirk responsibility for recent lapses and even outright failures on their part. I have been severely questioned about these shortcomings, and now I must put the question to you. How could one man have slipped through your forces' fingers, time and time again? How is it possible? This is not some agent provocateur or highly trained assassin we are discussing. Gordon Freeman is a theoretical physicist who had hardly earned the distinction of his PhD at the time of the Black Mesa incident. I have good reason to believe that in the intervening years, he was in a state that precluded further development of covert skills. The man you have consistently failed to slow, let alone capture, is by all standards simply that, an ordinary man. How can you have failed to apprehend him? Well, I will leave the upbraiding for another time to the extent it proves necessary. Now is the moment to redeem yourselves. If the transhuman forces are to prove themselves an indispensable augmentation to the Combine Overwatch, they will have to earn the privilege. I'm sure I don't have to remind you that the alternative, if you can call it that, is total extinction. In union with all the other unworthy branches of the species. Let's not allow it to come to that. I have done my best to convince our benefactors that you are the finest the species has to offer. So far, they have accepted my argument, but without concrete evidence to back it up. My words sound increasingly hollow even to me. The burden of proof is on you, as is the consequence of failure. I'll just leave it at that.
So it appears the Combine soldiers are actually transhuman. They're part human and part Combine technology, maybe? Oh my goodness.
I have been asked to say a few words to the transhuman arm of Sector 17 Overwatch concerning recent successes in containing members of the Resistance science team. Let me say up front that I regret having to temper my heartfelt congratulations with a strong measure of disappointment. But I wouldn't be doing my duty as your administrator if I didn't pass along the message I have received from our benefactors. The capture of Alyx Vance is an event of major significance, make no mistake. And while it's true that conceivably we could have taken him at almost any time in the last several years, the manner of his capture may prove to have unexpected benefits. It cannot have gone unnoticed by all Resistance members that Dr. Vance's capture coincided with the act of giving shelter to Gordon Freeman. This might cause other Resistance members to think twice before harboring Dr. Freeman. It might cause them to question his allegiance, even from some, to turn him out or turn him over to us. However, we cannot count on such developments. Dr. Freeman's reputation is such that other desperate renegades are likely to grant him a great deal of license.
Okay, it seems like all the Combine soldiers are dead. When I pressed the switch, more Combine soldiers came. And we destroyed them. So now I will go patch up again.
Does not mean I can shirk responsibility for recent lapses and even outright failures on their part.
And now both gates are open so we can go to the next section of the game. So we will investigate this office right here. And this looks to be like a laundry room filled with washing machines and stuff, and Combine soldiers taking positions, and taking positions up the stairs as well. And this looks to be a kitchen of some sort, and more Combine soldiers taking positions, and some explosive barrels down there, and more Combine soldiers in the control room. So, 3 areas of interest in this area. Oh my goodness, look at the sweetness. Oh my gosh, I gotta go see the sweetness. Yes, was that you doing that? Yes, it was. The sweetness. Okay, sweetnesses, let's get ready to rumble down here. Oh, yeah, this part. I almost forgot. So, just nade them both until both turrets die, basically. Now, the 3 right rooms over there, there's nothing inside of them whatsoever. But I'll show them off anyway, just for the sake of completeness. You know, just to show off every room in the entire game. And now we'll clear out the laundry room of Nova Prospekt. Lots of Combine soldiers to be had in this area. use an RPG on that turret over there. That one Combine soldier that died kind of ragdolled a little bit. That was kind of interesting. Now, there's always a Combine soldier that hides by the left stairs, so do not forget about him. He is a shotgunner, and he will rip you wide open if you're not careful. There's only one note of interest, and that is these 2 supply crates. Now, beyond here is a Lambda location. So let's go investigate. Oh my goodness.
Toxin levels detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. More administered.
Yes, run. Run, my sweetness, but you can't hide. Yeah, that's utterly disgusting. The poison zombie is perhaps the most fierce and the most grotesque, possibly. But inside here is the Lambda location. Very nice to have. So even if you're not getting all the Lambda locations, this is a nice place to stop by for some supplies. So let's continue beyond the laundry area into this area up here. Whoa. Okay, there is 2 turrets down that hallway. So yeah, I'm sorry if I don't have much to say when I'm fighting. I mean, literally, this is just the same routine over and over again in this entire chapter. So yeah, don't miss the 2 turrets that were down this dark tunnel. And also do not miss the supply crate on the left side. It's very nice to have with 2 pulse rifle secondary fire. And inside here is one more dentist chair. I guess. I don't know what they are. Now, I always want to be very wary because sometimes the Antlions may miss a soldier or 2. He may be hiding in these corners. Now, what I do is I send my Antlions in the left side over there. And then what I do is I go on the right side over here. And I get rid of 2 turrets right here. There's 1. And there's 2 of them. The kitchen will catch on fire, and there's 1 more turret over there. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of cool. The kitchen does catch on fire, so. But we will move on from the kitchen. Okay, so yeah, this part can be rather tricky because of its confined spaces. So basically just try your best with this section. So our eventual goal is to get into C1, which is actually the place with the explosive barrels that we saw in the monitor. But we will continue on this way. And up these stairs, we enter inside the control room, where we saw that Combine soldier overlooking these explosive barrels down there. So now we're up here. So we'll just use the machines that we need. And then say goodbye to our Antlions. This is the last time we will see them for a very long time. You did very well, my sweetnesses. Very well. Now, this is very important. Watch out for grenades that they don't hit you, but also you don't want them to hit the explosive barrels either. And then use the barrels. That's not too good, but that's okay. Gosh, this has to be the toughest Antlion guard fight in the entire game. Or at least it's right up there with the toughest fights in the entire game of Antlion guards. So here we have C2, but it leads nowhere. It just leads to dead ends. I believe there's nothing back here, so we will have to continue on into section C3 of Nova Prospekt. Oh, an SMG grenade. Oh, that's awesome. Now, we enter something we have not seen ever. A Combine wall. I mean, that's all the strategy guide calls it, the official strategy guide. So I'm not sure what exactly this is, and exactly what it does. It basically squishes you to death, and that's what the Combine wall does. Now what I do is I get rid of the debris that's in front of me. Well, you know, if it will ever break up. There we go. My goodness, how many shots did that take with the gravity gun? Okay, so anyways, we're about ready to see the purpose of the Combine wall. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it squishes you. So find this hole. And then basically use a crate to jump up inside this hole before the wall squishes you. now we see the Combine technology in action. This is scary stuff, everybody, that's for sure. But let's continue on. Oh. I forgot about a head crab. I actually forgot about a head crab. Okay, there is a supply crate down here. And then we'll just fall down into the next chapter. So yeah, that was Nova Prospekt. I mean, not much to say about it. It's just basically use the Antlions to kill everything. Why'd I take damage? Oh well. We enter into entanglement. Now, this is not Chapter 10. I know, this is very weird. This is actually Chapter 9A. And I'm not sure why this chapter was divided into two sections, but basically this was Chapter 9, Nova Prospekt, and we're now entering Chapter 9A, Entanglement, in the next video. So yeah, I'm sorry if my commentary was a bit off. It just, there's not much to say. I mean, do you get what I'm trying to say here? Anyways, I'm Big Mac Davis here. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.